Easy, guys. Hope you're well. Going to go live for about 45 minutes. Hope you're all having a blessed day wherever you are in the world. So just going to discuss quite a few things in this live stream. Number one, thank you to everyone who purchased one of my books. I've sold over 1,000 books now. I'm so grateful for that. And I'm working on my 6th book, which is about Donald Trump, 9/11, Tom Brady, the upcoming presidential election, and the moon landing. So I'm working on that. I'll probably spend the whole weekend on it. So I'm excited for that. I've already made a good start on it. What I'm going to show you here is what I've been saying for close to 3 years, that all professional sports are connected by the same code. It's why I can code every single sport at the level that I do, because they're all connected by the same code. It's just figuring out what that code is and who the code revolves around, which I'm trying to help you all on my website, even here on YouTube and Twitter. So it's revolved around, I believe, these fallen angels like Tom Brady, Messi, Trump, all right? These fallen angels that live amongst us. Kobe, although he's not here, supposedly. The same numbers, JFK's numbers. So yesterday, it was all about the moon landing, because it was the anniversary. And it was about Giselle, Brady's ex-wife, who's a bloke. And the Holy Spirit guided me to it. I was like, let me see if there's any 54-43 records. Why? Because yesterday was the 54-year anniversary of the moon landing. All right, so it supposedly took place the 20th of July, 1969, the 201st day of the year. It never happened, did it, guys? Come on, let's be real. It was also the 43rd birthday of Giselle, who recently divorced Brady. And we have to ask ourselves this. Brady has to be regarded as the greatest of all time in the NFL. He's been to 10 Super Bowls. He's won 7 rings, okay? He's won more Super Bowls than any other franchise. So he has to be regarded as the GOAT, the greatest of all time. That's what they say, even though it's Baphomet. So why is this? We've all been in love, perhaps, at some point in our life, in our adulthood. Many of us have been married or are still married or have a long-term girlfriend or boyfriend. Now, why is it these celebrities seem to all fall in love with each other? Much love, guys. Esteban 6079 Smith, God bless you. Miss Jones, Charlotte, much love to you. So can we really believe that Brady fell in love with Giselle? So Giselle's regarded as arguably the greatest supermodel of all time. I've told you all supermodels are men. But you've got Brady, the greatest NFL player, and you've got Giselle, the greatest supermodel. And they just happen to fall in love and live happily ever after for what they were married 13 years. They had children together. It's like Beckham falls in love with Posh Spice. You've got one of the most iconic footballers of his generation falling in love with a member of the Spice Girls, arguably the most popular girl band of all time. Jay-Z and Beyonce, they just happen to fall in love and have children with each other. Jessica Biel and Justin Timberlake. The list goes on. It's almost comical at this point that we believe it. How Brad Pitt dated Jennifer Aniston, but then had an affair with her, with Angelina Jolie. Like, how did we even play along with it for as long as we did? So yesterday, I thought, you know what? I bet a lot of teams go 54-43. So I looked. The Braves dropped to 54-43. They lost to the Braves. I said that. The Giants dropped to 54-43 after losing to the Reds. I said that. The Brewers could become 54-43 if they beat the Phillies. They did. Blue Jays can become 54-43 if they beat the Padres. They did. And the Astros could beat the A's to become 54-43, and they did. And I was very confident in Houston because Houston, we have a problem. And it was obviously the anniversary of the moon landing. So in gematria, baseball equals 54 as well. It's a huge number with baseball. 5 + 4 is 9. That's how many innings you get in a regular game of baseball. Kobe Bryant died a span of 5 months and 4 days after his birthday. 9 people died in the helicopter crash. His highest scoring game, 81 points. The square root is 9. So I was like 54 plus 43, that's 97. The Queen died in the 97th year of her life. That connects to Brady because Brady's super connected to the Queen. And Brady was involved in the Super Bowl against the Falcons, which was played on 2-5, where his Patriots team came back from 25 points down to win that Super Bowl. And 97 is the 25th prime. And Elizabeth got married at age 21, but she became the Queen at age 25. And we know Brady retired on 2-1, and he came back from 25 points down on 2-5. So Brady's involved in all of these record comebacks or record outcomes. He was involved in the Patriots 13-3 game against the Rams, the lowest scoring Super Bowl in history. 13-3 is when Francis became the Pope. I'll be showing you in my book how Francis connects to Brady, how Francis was born 12-17, Saturnalia. Saturn has 7 rings like Brady. 12-17, when Pope was born, 199th prime. Brady, 199th pick. Yes, he was, round 6. The number that connects to the devil. Brady wins his last Super Bowl 31-9, retires 319 days before the Pope's birthday. He retires 46 days after the Pope's birthday. 199, the 46 prime. Tom Brady equals 46. I'm going to show you guys in this upcoming book that the moon landing never happened. My prediction for the next president. Why Brady has been to 10 Super Bowls. Why George Floyd died the 25th of May, 2020. It's going to blow your mind. Much love from Baghdad. Great work, Adam. Thank you, Baghdad, eh? Hey, Philip, thanks for all your positive comments. My brother in Christ, God bless you. So I'll give you an example yesterday with that Houston game. They were losing, by the way. They were losing, I think, going into the 7th. So I still think they're winning this. They've got to win that, Houston, with the moon landing and with the numbers that were at play. And by the way, Brady, all those 43s, Brady won his last Super Bowl at age 43, which I did predict before the season began. And I predicted his retirement date. Could do a book on him, to be honest. But I'll incorporate him in my new book. I think that's the best way, rather than just focusing on him, who I think is a fallen angel. All right. And I think the aliens that they're going to start pushing, it connects to the moon landing anniversary, guys. Trust me, I'm not going to give it away because I've got to save it for the book. I have to. But these aliens, they're fallen angels, and they're going to truly reveal themselves as fallen angels very soon in our lifetime. Yorkshireman in Baghdad. That's crazy. What are you doing in Baghdad then? Are you a soldier? Are you in the military? You like the Blue Jays, I know, Agent D. You like the Blue Jays. They won yesterday comfortably, actually. And they were the underdog. They another team with a 54-43 record. So the A's yesterday, it's Oakland Athletics. Brady was born in San Mateo, 32 miles outside of Oakland. I was like, 32 miles? And he retired the 32nd day of the year. I was like, Oakland have to lose this game. Why? Because they're now 27-72. And Brady won Super Bowl 55 on 2-7, a date that can be written 7-2. I was like, oh my goodness. It revolves around him so much. That's why I say buy my Kobe book. Buy my Queen book. It's their numbers. Understand those numbers. Identify the numbers. And more often than not every time, more often than not, you'll get to the bottom of the riddle. And somebody left a great comment on my Twitter yesterday. They said experts, true experts in gambling and giving out picks are 60%. The ones, the guys who are getting tens and thousands of dollars every month, charging people $500 a pick, those guys, yeah, getting 60% and they're regarded as incredible. I get about 80 every month and I charge $10. When you actually break that down, honestly, look into it. Most people, they don't get 50%, do they? they don't place 2 bets and get 1 right and 1 wrong. They don't. They often go 6 wrong and then maybe get 1 right because they often parlay. But yeah, somebody said you're hitting around 80% every month, and there's people who are experts who are letting everyone know that they're 60%. I'm like, it's true. That is true. By the way, I want to say happy birthday to Erling Haaland. Today is 23, number 9, 23, the 9th prime. Brady made his NFL debut, 23-9, the year of 9/11. He also made his debut, guys, 14 years exact after Pope Francis visited the White House. 43, the 14th prime. Francis born with 14 days left in the year. Watch my Declan Rice videos about him and number 14. They're absolutely jaw-dropping. I don't know what year it is. I'm sure it's not 2023. But again, I'm not really going to go too deep into that. I don't know. There's different calendars all over the world, isn't there? I can't trust the Gregorian calendar, but I'm aware that Satan uses it. I told you, I don't think Pope Gregory came up with the Gregorian calendar. I think it was Satan infiltrated everything, including the calendar. So, yeah, it's quite remarkable how this code is playing out right now and how I can see it every day. We've got the Premier League coming up, the NFL coming up, the NBA. Last year, I was 82% in the NBA, the whole season, 9 months, 82%, coding it every day. I don't know if I'll ever hit that again, to be honest, but I did it. And that's pretty startling, to be honest, when you actually break that down as well. So, yeah, I'm not going to go really deep today biblically or anything like that. I just wanted to quickly break down just how coded these sports really are and who they revolve around. You do know that Brady and Giselle confirmed their divorce on October the 28th, 2022, which was Bill Gates' birthday. Yes, guys, because Bill Gates is a fallen angel as well. As is Giselle, as is Brady. So they had to announce it on the birthday of Bill Gates, guys. It's beyond scandalous how they're all connected. It was on Bill Gates' 67th birthday. Yeah, there's something not right about Gates, is there? The more you look at these people on the world stage, they ain't regular people, are they? They're not. They're not. And you're starting to see it now. It's starting to become so clear. Satan made multiple calendars, like multiple religions and multiple everything to divide people. I couldn't agree anymore. I say that all the time. I agree. Adam, I watch you all the time, and I don't know how you work it all out. It totally mashes my head. How can I order your Queen book? I'm in Yorkshire. You are, Miss Jones? Yorkshire. Beautiful Yorkshire. All right. You email me. My email's in the description, and then you just send me money to my PayPal. I'll send you the book. The Queen book is really good. Really, really good. And I'd still think the Queen's more important than Kobe and Brady and the Pope. I think the Queen, even though she's not here anymore, her numbers are remarkable. Her connections to 62 and 26 and 96. Yeah, if you do that, I'll send you out the book. Like I said, I've sold over 1,000 books. Never really had an expectation with them. And I didn't write a book to go, okay, that did well, I'm going to do another one. And then I'll do another one. It's just, I'm good at writing them. I've got all this knowledge. Why not put it in a book that people can read? I do all these codes, probably too many codes every day, to be honest. I think I do too much, that they can get lost. You're like, okay, that's another great code. There's another one. It's like, I've got to slow down. So I'm going to put the Trump stuff that I've got. I realized on my website, I've got 15, 20 posts about Trump. So I get all the information that I've put together there. And make sure it's all relevant, and place it inside of a book. Trump, guys, connects to the moon landing. I can't get into it with you because the stuff I found, I don't think anyone else has found. I don't want to share it right now. I don't want to give everything away. Now, I'm not trying to tease you. Are they angels or possessed by them? That's a brilliant question. That's a fantastic question. Remember that Lucifer got cast out of heaven with 33.3% of the angels. That's why Brady retired with 333 days left in the year. Are they possessed by them? I can't say. That's a brilliant question. I think they live amongst us, right? That's what I'll say. So they're either born into this world. I don't know how they're born through a human being or if they can be born through a fallen angel. I'm not sure how that works. Or if they've just always been here possessing the vessels of man. It's hard to say. I think they live amongst us, guys. If they got cast out of heaven to earth and we are living on earth, then they're here, aren't they? They're here. So that is a good question, though. Hey, Sean's in the house. Guys, follow Sean. As far as I'm aware, he has a TikTok channel. I think that's the best way for him to present his information. He's phenomenal coder. I think his codes go over people's heads, but I think now he's on TikTok and he's revealing them and his face is being shown. I think he's going to do really well. So whatever your TikTok is, I don't go on TikTok. Everyone tells me I should. I'm not. Let us know, and hopefully people will check it out. Adam, this is random, but I wanted to share with you. David Beckham was born 9629 days before 9/11. 9269 is the 1189th prime for the total chapters in the Bible. That is absolutely incredible, mate. 1189, we know they connect because 89 connects to 11. 89 is the 11th try. That's why the Queen died on 8/9 and the funeral was 11 days after she died at 11 a.m. That's crazy. Yeah, and Beckham won the treble in 99, and 9 times 11 is 99. That's when he married Posh Spice. Beckham married Posh Spice the year that he won the treble. What an incredible year for David Beckham, eh? Like David Beckham and Posh Spice, they're the opposite sex. I've studied their anatomy. I've met them in real life. And I've told you, when I met Posh Spice, I was as close as I am here to the laptop. She freaked me out. She freaked me out. Her energy, her appearance. Beckham were nice. I like Beckham. Speaking to him, Posh Spice, something was really off about him, Victoria Adams. Really enjoyed the Illusion book. Everyone must read. Cheers, Philip. I wish more people would read it and purchase it for sure. I'm not one to constantly promote myself, but I do think more people should read it. Hey, Johnny G, please don't call me truth seeker. I'm not a fan of that term, truth seeker. Does a blue jay symbolize anything? Not off the top of my head. I'm sure everything symbolizes something, but not off the top of my head. Or they assume a human form. Very possible, mate. But you've got to ask yourself, right, listen, how can Brady, 199th pick, drafted round 6, wasn't great in college, go to 10 Super Bowls, be the franchise player of the NFL? I've shown you his numbers. They're remarkable. Brady's numbers are absolutely remarkable with revelation. So you could say he's a chosen one. Who's choosing him? LeBron calls himself the chosen one. We see what he's still doing at age 38. Remember, he broke the record for the most points in the NBA exactly 24 months after Brady won his last Super Bowl. Yeah, it's hard to say, but these people are not like you and I. All right? That's why Brady can win a Super Bowl at age 43. Gronkowski will dominate him as well. So I feel like they could play into the 50s. And they could still win Super Bowls. Hi, Adam. I'm on holiday in Portugal at the moment. England is a dump. Portugal's beautiful. England, I don't want to call it a dump. It's on its way down. When I went for my walks in Yorkshire and Ilkley and Skipton and all these beautiful parts of England, England's not a dump. Society is collapsing there because prices are skyrocketing. Many unemployed people. Government's a joke in England. It is globally, but I don't think it's a dump. There's so much beauty in England, but I know what you mean. Ronaldinho, the best dribbler I've ever seen. It's hard to argue with that, with what he could do with the ball. Would you say he's better than Messi? Perhaps. Yeah, he probably is. But again, I think Ronaldinho's possessed, to be honest with you. Messi joined Beckham's team, and Messi was born exactly halfway point between the opening of the World Trade Center and 9/11. See, I didn't know that. How the heck do you know that? That's great, Sean. Yeah, they're all connected. Remember, Beckham played in PSG, which is where Ronaldinho played, Messi played, Mbappe played. There's something about Paris. We know that's where the Society of Jesus were founded. But so many icons have played for Paris Saint-Germain. Sergio Ramos, you could call him an icon, what he's done in his career. Neymar. But they always justify it with money. No, they went to Paris for money. It's like, how did Paris Saint-Germain honestly not win the Champions League with their squad? I've said this. If it was legit, they should have won the Champions League. But then they say it's egos. No, the best players should win it. If you have Mbappe, Neymar, Messi, Donnarumma, Verratti, Sergio Ramos, all right, all on the same team, and they're supposedly the greatest players of our generation, and still, you should be winning the Champions League. But they got hammered by Bayern. They got hammered by City. And everyone's telling me now, City won't win league next year. Look, Mahrez is leaving now. They're going to win the league next year. City will win it. Because when you have this conviction that I have, it's not about the talent of the players. I've told you, if it was, PSG would have won the Champions League comfortably. All right? Their squad's an absolute joke if it was legit. What's my opinion on chemtrails? Satan's the prince of the air. He's doing something with the weather. It's Satan. Satan does have a say in the weather. So I would say that. I would say that. There's something going on. The sky's not right for sure. But it'll be something way deeper than chemtrails. It'll be spiritual. Yeah, Ronaldinho does always do that pose in his photos. Guys, I think the symbolism's the biggest thing that gives it away. Because all the numbers that I do and everything that I reveal at such a high level, it goes over people's heads, understandably. It does. It's complex information. It's hard to process if you don't appreciate the code. It's the same with Sean's work. Sean's at such a high level that it goes over people's heads, and he has to accept that. I have to accept that. But when it comes to symbolism, I think anyone who's got eyes that work can see the blatant symbolism of all of them in all the industries. They're all doing the same stuff, guys. Like, why? That's something. It's like, how do you dismiss the symbolism? You can dismiss my codes and say I'm lucky, whatever you want, that's fine. You can't dismiss the symbolism. Anybody like Braves to pick up their 63rd win today and stay on 33 losses? That 63-33 seems nice today. I need way more than that. I would say it'll be connected to the Queen. She died at age 96. Her Jubilee was 96 hours. It's their 96th game. Braves are obviously one of the best teams, if not the best team this year. So you can't be shocked if they win. But again, it's their 96th game. If they lose and stay on 62 wins, Queen Elizabeth was coronated in 1953 on 6-2. And 1,953 is the 62nd triangular number, and Queen equals 62. And they can get that 34th loss, which is the 9th Fibonacci number, which is a huge number as well with the royal family. And it connects to 33. 3 times 3 is 9. So I wouldn't just see 63-33 and think the Braves win, because that 62 can definitely go against them. So for me, I'd be careful. And anytime you get the Braves around even money, be careful. They're usually about minus 163, 175. If they're around even money, pretty much telling you they have a 50% chance of winning. And if they're the top team, usually when they have those type of odds, they don't win. Thank you very much, Jimmy. God bless you. Hope you're having a great Friday, Adam. Here's to an orange juice. That's crazy. I had an orange juice earlier. So that just covered it. Cheers. I took my girlfriend out for breakfast. She's at work now. I spent the last 2.5 days with Kenya, which was great. So I don't see her as often as I'd like with our schedules, mainly her schedule, to be fair. Like today, she's working 3 till 11. There's your 3/11 for coronavirus. Declared a pandemic, 3/11. I always do things like that. She's like, babe, I'm working 3/11 today. I was like, what, like coronavirus was declared a global pandemic on 3/11? She went, yeah, I think so. So yeah, I went for these chili killers. It's a Mexican dish. And it was with rajas and elote and cheese and chicken. It's actually very good. And I had an orange juice. Adam, eat your vitamins and say your prayers, brother. Now let me tell you something, brother. I eat my vitamins every day. Ooh, yeah. I don't know why I went from Hulk Hogan to Macho Man then, but there's not much difference. They would both say, brother, hey, brother. They're the ones who predicted the Twin Towers coming down, the superpowers. That's on YouTube. If you want to watch them say that. Ronaldinho might be a Satanist, but he's one of the most amazing footballers alongside Ronaldo, number 9. Yeah, Ronaldo, number 9. Way better than Ronaldinho. You're going to hammer me for that, and that's fine. I think before I saw it was all coded, R9, Ronaldo, Nazario de Lima, I think is his full name. Different level to Ronaldinho. Okay, Ronaldo didn't do as many tricks, but my word, when he did that step over, and he always would round the keeper, he'd go to keeper, he'd step, and the way he dropped his shoulder, his speed, people don't know how fast Ronaldo was, way quicker than Ronaldinho, scored way more goals. Ronaldinho was probably more enjoyable to watch, but honestly, there's so many games where Ronaldinho didn't do anything. It's like sometimes if he didn't get the ball, he just stopped playing. I noticed that with Ronaldinho. Technically, Ronaldinho, but not by much either. Some of the stuff Ronaldo could do. But again, do we believe Ronaldo swallowed his tongue the day of the 1998 World Cup final, which justified France destroying Brazil? It didn't happen, did it? It never happened. He swallowed his tongue, and it's never happened in his whole life, but it happens on the World Cup final. They said he was nervous. The guy who's played in as many big games as anybody was nervous. Come on, guys. There's no way. I even felt when I was really young back in 98. How old was I? 12? It's like there's something weird about this. And then France destroyed them. Zidane played the game of his life, didn't he? Like Zidane in that game was... Some say that performance from Zidane was the greatest ever performance in a World Cup. And it's hard to debate it. He absolutely murdered Brazil, scored 2 goals. He just killed it. But then he gets sent off against Italy in a World Cup final and he headbutts Materazzi. It's all like, they all have these highs and these big lows as well. And then they just, you know what I mean? Quality of life abroad is much better. The Western world is dependent on materialism and status. Absolutely. That's why I'm saving up to go to Kenya. As far as you can get away from the Western world. Adam, have you been to Cancun? Yes. I think it's all right. I think if you go for a few weeks and you're in all-inclusive, the beaches are incredible. The ocean's beautiful. I wouldn't want to live in Cancun, but I'd definitely go visit again. But I won't go by myself to visit. If I had mates going there from England, for example, because it's a direct flight, I'd say, all right, boys, I'll come join you. But it's not incredible, Cancun. I think where I live's better. I'm not getting into where I live. I wonder how many times Brazilian Ronaldo has been pregnant. Like Firmino. I don't know. I don't think these people are giving birth. They can't be. because they don't disappear for 9 months, do they? But I don't think it's their children. I don't think their so-called wives are giving birth. You know, like Serena Williams and Giselle and stuff like that. They're not giving birth. They can't give birth because they're not women. So I don't know how they're doing it. I don't believe in cloning. I've told you all that. I don't believe it's cloning. Don't think Satan can clone a human being. But a lot of these celebrities, they're surrogates. Like the Kardashians, there's loads of surrogates. Michael Jackson. They're not having sex and creating a child like we would, guys. Even just because they look so much alike. We know Satan's a million steps ahead of us in so many ways. So yeah, there's not a chance that these children belong to them, however much they look like them. I appreciate you too, Justin. Ronaldo 9 was on a humiliation ritual with that haircut and pretending to play bad. Yep. Both Ronaldos have an arch in the back. Yep. If you remember R9, he would always celebrate like that. If you never looked at his bottom hand, he would always do that. He was doing the Baphomet every time Ronaldo scored. I've got loads of images of R9 doing that. Have you seen the size of him now? If you look at them when they retire, a lot of them, they just look broken. Ronaldo looks broken. Ronaldinho looks broken. Yeah, it's hard to say, guys, if they know what they're doing. That's the thing. Do they know what they're doing? Do they know that they're deceiving us? Or are they just being used? Adam, it's so perfect. You can't tell their magic in football matches. Yeah, these outcomes are perfect. Perfectly coded. And it's hard to accept that it's not real. Because if you accept that pro sports are not real, you start questioning everything. It's not real. Like what they're on the field, they're kicking a ball. Like how's that not real? Remember Man United play at the Theatre of Dreams. The goalkeeper they just signed was in a big 42-24 ritual. Why is the goalkeeper being given number 24? I can tell you why, because it was all about Kobe Bryant, him signing for Man United. But yeah, these jersey numbers, there's got to be something to these numbers, man. Ronaldo 2002 redemption after 1998 failure Hollywood star. Yeah, it is. He didn't swallow his tongue then, did he? I don't think money's behind it all, Andrea. I think that's a trap when you believe that it's all about money. The World Cup was not in Qatar because of money. People who own FIFA own the monetary system. It was in Qatar because it was biblical. So it ain't money. The vaccine wasn't about money to make Bill Gates richer. It wasn't. It was a spiritual test. So it is very easy. The money that these players are getting, I've shown you. I arguably believe better than anyone that I've shown you they're not getting paid what they say. The code that I did with Arsenal recently with Havertz, Timber, and Declan Rice, it was just showed you that they do everything by a code. They have to put it out. The question is why. But they're not getting that money. They're not getting 200 grand a week, guys, to kick a ball around. They're not. Where do they make their money from, right? You've got the media, which we say like Sky Sports, BT Sports, that's how a lot of clubs survive. Those who own Sky Sports and BT Sports own the franchises. The money people pay for tickets, okay, it's a decent amount of money of revenue that they make, depending on the size of the stadium. How are they paying like 200 grand for a bang average footballer a week? They're not. They can't be, especially the economy now. All right? The economy now. Clubs, remember the season coronavirus prevented fans from going to the stadium. That should have bankrupted the majority of League One, League Two teams because they go year by year. It's like us. The average person in the Western world lives month to month. They do. They live month to month and they just get by, and that's most of us, and that's the reality. So these football clubs won't make any money, really. from obviously the fans. So it's all a joke when they start saying it's all about money. That's what these part-time or wannabe truthers rave on about. Like, it's all money, it's all money. They're doing this because they want more money. They own the monetary system. It's numbers on a screen, it's pieces of paper, it's metal discs. They don't need any more of that money, guys. This is spiritual, it's not flesh and blood. This is why we have to read the Bible. It ain't about money. Of course, it has a say. When the economy completely collapses, people are going to get desperate and they'll do as they're told, like good little slaves, when they don't have any money. When they don't have money to put food on the table, that's where they'll give themselves over to the Antichrist system. That's the reality. We all know what it feels like when we're hungry. And that spirit needs to feed you, or you're going to give in to Satan. Trust me, guys. That's what's going to happen. It's the food. That's why they're talking about food shortages. That's why rice is all over the news, Declan Rice. So I'm going to do about 5 more minutes. God bless you, Philip. God does win. He's already won. Then it's on us whether we want to be a part of his team or not. Haaland, Grealish, Cristiano, Neymar, Mbappe are some of the most blatant females. I think Grealish is one of the most blatant. Neymar is criminally blatant. Foden as well. Foden's kid looks like Vincent Kompany. I ain't having banter with you. Let me just break this down for you as well. Where is it? Oh, and this Women's World Cup, guys. Women's World Cup, it's absolutely ridiculous. And remember I said, what was it, a year and a half ago? Soon, there's going to be a league where it's co-ed. Just wait. I'll have to do a separate live because people will say, you never said that, and I don't have the title for it. There's going to be a league where men and women are professionals on the same team. It'll be something like 8 men, 8 women. Or they might make it 12 men, 6 women or something. And you have to have at least 2 women on the pitch. That's going to come because Satan doesn't want us to know the difference between a man and a woman. Whatever girls say, like with sports, it was a lot of guys' identity. All right, there's positives and negatives to everything. But guys kind of knew, we'll go to a pub, we'll have a few beers, we'll watch the game. All right, we'll bang a bet on. I'm not saying it's good. It's definitely not a positive way of living at all. But now it's like people just, you can't really distinguish physically and emotionally between men and women now. And that's just how Satan wants it. Megan Rapinoe is obviously a bloke, yeah, playing in his last World Cup. They're everywhere, guys, these. And I have said for 3 years, I've warned you about them, and I got absolutely hammered by people. And now they're all revealing themselves, like I said they would. And we would accept it. And it's happening. Much love, Gav. All right, where is this? All right, listen to this. How interesting. Bellingham, Grealish, and Declan Rice are now the 3 most expensive England stars of all time. And they have one thing in common. See if anyone can answer this. All right. Bellingham, Grealish, and Rice are now the 3 most expensive England stars of all time. And they all have one thing in common. What's that thing in common? Man, it's so hot, guys. What's that thing in common? That is fair, the 100 million, but yeah, Irish. They all were supposed to play for Ireland, and they chose England. And remember, Ireland's connected to famine. It's connected to the IRA, which connects to bombings. All right, if you look here, look. It was always about, are they going to choose Ireland over England? And it was all over the papers non-stop. Everything's coded. It's very it's so hard to just take it all in at times. Most times I just go about my day as any other guy. Don't let it overwhelm me. Other times I go, oh my goodness, everything is coded. And these people are just seeing them, looking at that image now and seeing Declan Rice smile and Bellingham smile with their fake smiles, demonic smiles. It hurts me to even look at them. I know I shouldn't be saying that because love thy neighbor, but I look in their eyes and it's like, who are these people? And why they're pushing that Barbie movie? Is it just again to confirm that everything's fake? Barbie's fake, okay? And Barbie, the Barbie doll was a big reason why women became bulimic and suffered from anorexia and suffered from depression. Yes, the Barbie doll, guys, it's very deep. Why do you think the most popular toy for a man was the Action Man, promoting war to be a soldier? And if you're a soldier, you might be able to get somebody like Barbie. Why would you want to get with somebody that like Barbie that has no... It's not a woman. The way Barbie's designed is not a woman. It's a man. Always has been Barbie. Look at the Barbie doll. And all these women want to be like Barbie. And now they're bringing out that movie where Barbie's a bloke, that Australian. Margaret Robbie, last name Robbie. With Ryan Gosling. Like, don't get me started on her anatomy. Remember Ryan Gosling... Britney Spears, Ryan Gosling, Christina Aguilera, Justin Timberlake all came through the Mickey Mouse Club together at the same time. So what went on with those guys? Oh, are they fallen angels? What went on with them? Did they just get put under MK Ultra? Were they mistreated? Are they just gifted kids? Did the parents sell them at Hollywood? And then Britney dates Justin, and then Britney and Christina fall out. And then Christina falls out with Eminem, and we just play along with it. I don't know how we've... People would always justify celebrities dating each other because, like I said, they've got similar schedules, which they don't. I've proven that they don't have similar schedules at all. But they've gone through similar things. I think that's true. I think they've gone through MK Ultra. I think they're being abused. I think they've gone through satanic rituals, all sorts of stuff that we can't comprehend, Clockwork Orange style. But they're not in love with each other, guys. They ain't in love. Come on. And I do believe Hollywood really, really promoted divorce. They brought it mainstream. Divorce and having multiple partners. There was a stage where just every person in Hollywood was getting divorced. And then they knew so many people looked up and respected these people. So they were like, yeah, I'm having a bad day with my wife today. You know what? I don't think that I should be with her anymore. There's somebody better out there for me. And I do believe Hollywood, like Hollywood's black magic, guys. I wrote about it in my Illusion book. It's a really good book, that, guys. Hollywood's black magic. The Holly Bush. It connects to the magic wand. Yeah, the Ken doll. If you notice, a lot of these celebrities, they have those massive jaws because they've had surgery. I've got these Johnny Bravo jaws. Have you seen like One Direction members now? The jaws are huge. Or Brady's got a massive jaw. There's a load of them with this massive jaw. Dolph Ziggler, this wrestler, his jaw's just absolutely huge. It just don't look right at all. At all. For many years, I've been told I was being mad for sharing truth about I can't say that word, Andrea, Nicole Kidman, Robin Williams. You can't become an A-lister, Andrea, without being the opposite sex to the one that you portray. It's blatant now. And what's most sickening about it is we've lusted after those people. That's why so many of us in the world now don't know what they're attracted to. I myself, I can't say this too loud because of my neighbors. It happened one time before. But clearly, growing up, I was sexually attracted to blokes. Please don't record that. I'm talking about Kylie Minogue. Woo! Guys, you're going to laugh so hard at this, especially with my pinned post on Twitter. I'll say it though, because I ain't embarrassed. It is, I fancied Pink. Woo! And I've done a post and a whole video showing you Pink's a bloke. I fancied Pink. I fancied Pink. I fancied Jennifer Aniston a lot when I was younger. Put a jaw on him. J-Lo. Fancied J-Lo. But you just... to be fair, there weren't that many celebs that I properly fancied. Like Britney, when she came out, he came out. I was like, okay. All right. Christina Aguilera was always too skinny for me. She's always a bag of bones, baby. Trying to think what other... Jessica Biel, the more I've studied Jessica Alba was my crush. The number one. Just got a body like me here. No hips. And I just thought, I just looked at Jessica Alba's face. I thought, wow. Guys, there's pretty guys out there. There's pretty guys, good-looking guys. Put a wig on them. We've seen it now. They're bringing all these TV shows out, showing it. The eyes can be deceived so easily. So, yeah, like I said, I've lusted after men. You girls are still lusting after women. You're Harry Styles, you're DiCaprio, you're Ben Affleck. You can't portray it because they're so big. You're Dwayne Johnson, who don't have a Johnson. I don't know what's harder to comprehend, the women being men or the men being women. I'll never prove it. I've done too many great videos, but I still can't prove it. I'll never be able to prove it. Pink has these. Look, Pink has that. She has that and that. And now tell me what women, especially those who've given birth, can have that Adonis belt and look like that. Not having it. I'm not having it, to be honest with you. Yeah, that Rhea Ripley's it's as blatant as it gets. There's China level, and then there's Rhea Ripley just below China for blatant. And then you get the real ones. That the Bella twins can deceive you. I've studied them. They're not who you think they are. Alexa Bliss, fancied the pants off him, personally. Studied now with new eyes. It's not who you think it is. I remember they said Alexa Bliss, she suffered from bulimia. That's why she was so skinny. That's why she had no hips and all of that. So some are blatant. Big Mike, Michelle Obama, blatant. I think the retired tennis women's players is the best example, in my opinion, for being blatant. But then there's many others, like usually the short ones, like Ariana Grande. That's an example. Really short, cute Ariana Grande. I think that's a fallen angel. See all the impressions he can do. They just don't age, do they? They don't age. And you can't justify that and just say they have the best surgeons and stuff like that. They don't age. It's scandalous. I'm an old bird. Please tell me that my child crush on Donny Osmond was not a woman. Yeah, I'm sure it's been going on for the last 100 years. I just think it's becoming more blatant now, and I think the up-and-comers are just going to admit it. Your number one best-selling singer in a year is going to be somebody who was born a boy and then presents himself as a girl, and it's going to be accepted. That's the only... Lady Gaga's a man. Didn't deny it, practically admitted it. Practically admitted it. Would you have a problem if I was? Like, fallen angels don't age, exactly. They don't. People believe 77-year-old Vince McMahon owns WWE. Yeah, but they passed it down to his son-in-law, Triple H, who mocks Jesus by calling himself the King of Kings. If you notice now, Vince has a Hitler tash. Guys, war is around the corner. It is. Have no fear, but it's around. Why is Vince McMahon got a Hitler tash? Oh, by the way, you do know that his father did die in 1984, which I'll do a video about. Vince McMahon Sr. died in 1984, which connects to George Orwell's book about a dystopian society. Bet you didn't know that. Have to do a video. It's just finding the time in the day. Vincent Kennedy McMahon Sr. Mike Tyson is blatant. Yeah. Call him the baddest man on the planet. Mockery at the highest level. It's crazy, man. I told my coworker that J-Lo is a bloke and he wouldn't believe me. I understand why they don't believe you. I understand. It's like someone like Taylor Swift got arms like a character from Bo Selector. All right? Taylor Swift's arms are just twice as long as mine. Taylor, obviously a male name. They've started doing that a lot recently now. There's a lot of these gender-neutral names that they really push in, like Taylor and Ashley, things like that. I'm not saying this is just recent, but more than ever now. So Taylor Swift has got with John Mayer, who also got with Jennifer Aniston, got with Harry Styles, got with Calvin Harris, and if you can tell me anyone else Taylor Swift's got with, let me know. So all of these A-list, beautiful, handsome, talented men all want to date Taylor Swift. And then Taylor always wants to break up with them and then write a song about them. Taylor Lautner, another one, yeah. They're all completely attracted to Taylor Swift. And like I said, you had Jennifer Aniston with Brad Pitt, who cheated on Jennifer Aniston with Angelina Jolie. And then you've got Jennifer Aniston dating John Mayer. Like, all these celebrity romances, that's why we've got to be careful watching them on TV and idolizing them. Like, do you really believe Kanye West was with Kim Kardashian? Both right after they got their hair bleached blonde? Come on. They weren't together, were they? They weren't together. Yeah, Lady Gaga said, "'Cause I'm bluffing with my muffin," which means she's lying about having a vagina. That's what the lyric is. Bluffing with my muffin. Poker face. Deceiving people. Lady Gaga is playing Harley Quinn. Again, Harley for me was always a male name. And wasn't the person who plays Barbie, didn't he play Harley Quinn as well? Margot Robbie. Yeah, Becky Lynch, the man, is just so blatant. It's so blatant. I'm the man. Can't people just see this, man? Taylor Swift is Anton LaVey's daughter. I don't think it's Anton LaVey's daughter. I think it's Anton LaVey's daughter's daughter. I'll say that again. I think Taylor Swift is Anton LaVey's daughter's daughter. Because Anton LaVey did a satanic baptism for his daughter. I think she brought Taylor Swift into this world. But again, can we really believe that the daughter of the founder of the Church of Satan was a genetic female? I don't know where these demons are coming from. Rod Stewart looks like an old lady with his 6-foot wife. Yeah, exactly. Wake up, Maggie, I think I've got something to say to you. I'm a female. Is that what you want to tell us, Rod? Yeah, you see all of these short celebrities with these giant wives. Rod Stewart's just one example of it. Crazy, man. Is Margaret a dude? Obviously. Have they just put Margaret Robbie to the top of Hollywood for being a half-decent actress from Australia who starred in Neighbours? Is Taylor Swift this top musician just because she can out-sing every other half-decent singer in the world? Ask yourself that. Like when you listen to somebody like Eminem, you're like, okay, not who can do what he does. Again, possessed, but who can do what he does? All right, I can see how Eminem got to the top. Someone like Taylor Swift, there's 1,000,001 girls can sing like Taylor Swift. I've heard better singers than Taylor Swift. Girls at my school that I used to teach. So why did Taylor Swift just make it to the top? Or someone like Katy Perry, are they really that good? I don't know why I'm talking about all this stuff. My whole thing was to show you how coded everything is. I don't know how we got talking about people's genders, but I can't really go hard on it on YouTube, which is really unfortunate. Males have bigger lungs biologically. That is true. That is true. We do. But I do believe demons can enter bodies and change your voice and everything. I told you when Eminem's rapping, it ain't Marshall Mathers III from Detroit who grew up in a trailer park with his mum. It's a demon. It's a demon. I don't think it's a gift from God that Eminem has that everyone always says. My daughter has more talent than Taylor's. Right, let me tell you what I was talking about on Twitter recently. Where is it? What did I say? And it was so true. I can't find it. Here, this is it. So one of my best mates, an ex-football teammates, I'm not going to say, well, I can say his first name, Chris. He went to the same school as Ashley Young. All right, he was played for Man United, Villa, England, just signed for Everton. And my mate said, he always said, you were better than Ashley Young, Edders. You have more talent than Ashley Young. I was like, well, it's hard to say, isn't it? It's like, no, by far. And he said, Ashley Young wasn't even in the top 3 players in my grade. He was in the same grade as him. He wasn't even in the top 3 players in his grade at high school. Ashley Young. All right? So how on earth does he go on to captain Man United? He captained Man United a few games. Played for England. He's gone to major tournaments. He spent the majority of his career in the Premier League. He wasn't even the best kid in his school, guys. And then loads of people were leaving comments saying, yeah, like I went to school with John O'Shea. He wasn't very good. Or I went to school with Johnny Evans. He wasn't that great. So how do they make it right to the top? I don't know. I can't answer that. But I bet there's a lot of people that can back that up and go, he wasn't even that good at school. Oh, he was a late bloomer. Vardy was in the 8th tier. I was playing higher than him. How did he get to win the Premier League and play for England and get the golden boot? From the 8th tier where he was making like 30 quid a week. How is that possible? The Neville brothers, when I used to hammer them when I was a kid, said these aren't even good footballers. Ads. How on earth can you say that? Are you mental? I was like, yeah, maybe I am. Ads to play for United and England. And you're telling me that they can't play football? Yeah, I am. Oh, you're deluded. I've been called deluded quite a lot, actually, looking back from when I was younger. So I used to always call out pro athletes. I'd say which ones I thought were incredible. And I call out the ones I was like, how's he a pro? My goodness, he's bang average at best. But again, people just say, well, he can't because he's got this contract. He's got this amount of caps. I always got this one. Adam, how many goals have you scored in Premier League, mate? They used to always say that to me. I was like, well, if I had a chance, I'm sure I'd bang as many as he can score. Yeah, but you're never going to get a chance because you ain't good enough. I bet there's so many players, so many musicians, so many actors who have all this talent. And what they say when someone like me comes out and speaks about my talent is delusional, is a wannabe. If he was so good, he would have made it. I think you all know now, if you've been paying attention to my work, it ain't about how good you are, is it? Are Ant and Dec really that funny? I've said this so many times to you all. Are they really that funny, Ant and Dec? That they have to present nearly every popular show on a Saturday night? Are they that funny? Why, man? Why, Dec? Yeah? Are they funny? You might think so. For me, I never found them funny. Just... Anyways, I'm going to go. Beckham can't dribble. Not at the level he should to be regarded as one of the greatest ever wingers of all time. He can't dribble, no. Never beat a player. Didn't have any speed. He had an unbelievable strike. Like most of my friends who can play at a high level have an unbelievable strike. I noticed as well so many of Beckham's passes, like he were under no pressure and the player we were passing to were always wide open. Go back and watch his highlights. Nearly every Beckham pass is wide open and the guy he's pinging the ball to is wide open. And I used to say that as well. I said, can't these defenders defend? And what did they say to me? Woo, my throat's hurting, but I'll try and give you a woo. Woo! Do you know what they said to me? It's the movement of Van Nistelrooy. It's the movement of Dwight York. It's the movement of Rooney. What? Are they up against statues? Because so often he just whip in a little whipped curled ball and you're like, wait, Van Nistelrooy's wide open. Keeper's just staying on his line. Guys, look at Go watch Haaland's Premier League goals from number 1 to 36. Remember I said he was going to score 42 or 36 goals before the season began for the Beast. He got 36. Now go and watch how many of his goals were just KDB floating it into the 18-yard box for Haaland to just flick it in. Under no pressure from a goalkeeper or a central defender. Go watch them. And if you want to tell me it's because his movement's so good, then what are these centre-halves working on every day in training? Why can they never figure out, with all the video now, how to stop certain players? And I'm sorry for repeating myself, but I've said this so many times. Guardiola's teams play through their defensive midfielder. They always have done. Guardiola's team will never go long. He says it himself. I think he fines players if they go long. So Man City will get the ball from the keeper who's going to play it into the centre half, who's going to spread wide to receive. They're going to get that ball into Busquets or Rodri or John Stones, whoever it may be, and then they play through there. They break the lines with a pass in between the central midfielder and the striker. They play that pass, and then your Bernardo or your KDB pick it up in bags of space. They drive forward. They'll play it wide. They'll cut it back to the KDB. He whips the ball in. Haaland header. What a goal. It's like, why are they allowing Rodri, for example, to always pick the ball up with no pressure on him? Watch next season. Tell me I'm wrong. He gets the ball off the centre half and he just cruises out like a quarterback under no pressure, like Brady was never put under pressure as a quarterback. That's why he never got hit, because he was never put under pressure. And what about Ashley Young? He started his career with Watford. He played with Sean Dyche at Watford. Sean Dyche is now his manager at Everton, and the winning goal that kept Everton in the league was scored by an ex-Watford player, Decoded. Oh, Coincidences there, Adam. Yeah, sure the coincidences. So yeah, Ashley Young was the youngest player in the Watford squad when he played with Sean Dyche. And now Ashley Young's the oldest player in the Everton squad and he's coached by Sean Dyche. Remember, I told you I watched my live stream the last day of the season in the Premier League. Said Everton will stay up and they'll win 1-0. They stayed up, they won 1-0. Said it before the game began. Leicester are going down 7 years after they won the league. Guys, if you're not on my site, you want to be there for when this Premier League begins, because I'm not going to tell you to go there and win money and get rich off me. I ain't going to sell it like that. I'm going to absolutely destroy the Premier League next year. I did the last 2 years. This year, I'm going to make it my mission to destroy it. More people are waking up. They're waking up to why these players are going to Saudi Arabia. People are asking questions. I want to have the answers. Do you know the funniest thing with Premier League defenders, the best defenders in the world? Someone like Mo Salah's running at them. Now, instead of going towards him and closing the angle and putting him on his right foot, so he don't have a right foot, Salah. All right? Salah's running towards them. The defenders run away. I told you, so if Salah's running towards me, I'm going back. Instead of going to Salah, getting my angle right, all right, surfboard sort of position, what are you going to do now, Mo? You're going to drop your shoulder? All right, we'll drop it on your right-hand side because you ain't going to do shit there. All right, I'm going to cover this side off. They do, like Mahrez picks the ball up on the wide right and he takes his touch and he's got the opportunity to do a stupid step over, maybe two of them, and he cuts in. Mahrez never beats you on the outside. He cuts in and he whips in the far stick. Or he whips across in. It's just such a good move. You can't stop it. Yeah, you can. You can. You cut off the angle. You cut off his angle. Same thing they all do. They get so much time on the ball, these players. So much time. Well, that's what it's like at the highest level. How does that make... Woo! Woo! How does that make sense that you have more time at the highest level? You should have no time. It should be split seconds. Like that. It shouldn't be, get it. All right, there, I'll go back to you. Give me it back, mate. Boom, I'll go inside. Give me it back, mate. Let me switch it. Pass. Everyone claps because I've switched the ball 50 yards, which is a piece of piss to do under no pressure. Watch these games. Watch the games without any volume and come back to me and tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. No, stopping Robin and Bale cutting, it's not as hard as you think, mate. You have to go back and watch your highlights. Go watch your favourite player and watch the highlights. Go watch Robin and his highlights. All right, and watch how easy it was for him to cut in and keep cutting in. Messi, just cutting in. Just watch it. My friend's team is Everton. He's slowly waking up, but he's stubborn. I tell him about Adam. He says impossible, closed-minded. He hasn't read my books then, has he? He hasn't read my books. Everton, didn't they stay up with 12 wins and 18 losses, which was when the World Cup final was 12-18? And I think they got 36 points. I think they did, didn't they? They got 36 points. We know Maradona died with 36 days left in the year. Argentina came into the World Cup with 36 games undefeated. Messi won the World Cup 6 months and 6 days before his 36th birthday. 6 times 6 is 36. Argentina coach won the World Cup 306 days after his birthday. 306, 36. It's all synced. And then Everton stay up 1-0, like 10. Messi and Maradona's number. Guys, how did France and Argentina's World Cup campaigns both begin on 22/11, JFK's assassination anniversary? 22 plus 11 is 33. Both their World Cup campaigns began 22/11, and then the finals 3-3, like 33. How did Argentina win the World Cup 36 years after they last won it? Maybe because the beast reigns for 3 years and 6 months, which is 42 months. It's why Argentina won the World Cup the first time in 36 years by winning the final 4-2 on penalties, maybe. Or is it random? No, it's not. It's not random, is it? I definitely have to go now. I'm starting to get sick. I can feel it in my throat. So God bless you guys. Hit that like before I go. 20 likes is absolutely cringeworthy, but I guess it's better than 0. And again, I'm not asking for likes for YouTube. They don't pay me. But there's more chance of your mates watching my work. Why would I watch this guy? Just spoke for an hour and 20 minutes and he's got 20 likes. Clearly, you don't know what he's talking about. That's people's mindset. So many shite videos on YouTube with tens of thousands of likes. It still makes me rage, and I hope it doesn't going forward. How the heck does this have thousands and thousands? I don't think I've ever had over 150 likes, ever. I don't say, please like it so I can sleep well tonight. I don't give a shit. But people don't appreciate my work. And then people who don't know about my work are never going to appreciate it because that's the way people are. If I had 1 million subs, your mate would believe my work, correct? If I had 1 million subs, your mate who's kind of waking up would go, geez, all these videos are incredible, 1 million people. Because I've got 10,000 and I can't grow my channel. They're like, this guy's just probably an attention seeker who's delusional because he never made it as a footballer. Even though I call out baseball, basketball, swimming, hockey, every other sport under the sun. All right. Andrea, I'm not stressed. I'm not stressed. You are a star seed. I thought you said stressed. What's a star seed before I go, Andrea? It's about truth, love, and I shared your work. I won't always come in here. Love sport is a distraction. Yeah, but revealing the sports can lead people to God. That's what it did to me. The code can lead you to God, in my opinion. My friend is just stubborn. Likes wouldn't matter. Fair enough. Hey, Patrick. God bless you. I'll take that. I'm a star seed. Never been called a star seed in my life. You're a gift from God. You chose to come back. Wow. Jeez. Giving me the chills, Andrea. Thank you. Right, I'm going. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate you watching and supporting my work. The person who wants to purchase my book, just email me. You're not going to regret it. Everyone that I know who's read the book loves all 5 of them. So yeah, if you want the book, just let me know. It's worth the $10, whatever it is. It really is, guys. It's so worth it. I got a milkshake today. Not good for the diet. The milkshake was like $8 for a milkshake. It was an Oreo one. I know Oreo, that's the occult if you actually study the cookie Oreo. It's like $8. But you know when you're craving it, I was red hot. I was like, I'll have a milkshake. It was good. Problem is with a milkshake, the last third of it was just cream, so my head went. I had about 3 sips, it was done. $8. $8. Adam, 5-star schools, baby. Cheers. What's your life path? 6. It's 6. Illusion about to eat tortoise with HP sauce. I'm not. Fergie knocked Liverpool off the perch? Yes, right after he said, I'm going to knock Liverpool off the perch. He said it, and then he did. Yeah, life path 1. Okay, nice. Just to let you know, Patrick is pronounced Porrick. It's Irish for Patrick. Porrick. Oh, sorry, how are you doing there, Porrick? Is that better? Did you understand that better? What's my favorite Oasis song? Live Forever, maybe. Wonderwall's decent enough, but Don't Look Back in Anger. I enjoyed that. they've got a lot, aren't they? Again, like, do we really believe the Gallagher brothers were not Masonic or satanic? They've been around for 30 years. They're still touring, aren't they? Not together though. Live Forever, probably. Cigarettes and Alcohol is decent. I don't really listen now to music, do I? So, yeah. Great men are all influenced by women. Yeah, I think we should all be. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Brian, you're right. I got my pants pulled down with that milkshake. Although those 3 sips were arguably worth it. That sip, I did one of them. So I think that was worth the $8 in itself. But the final third of it, horse shit. Just cream. Not a fan of just putting cream in my mouth. Makes me feel sick. So yeah, dog shit. The last third. The first third, remarkable. The middle bit, whatever. Stay away from Monster. I don't drink any energy drinks, ever. Was Cupid a real angel? No. Cupid's a load of shit. Made up. No talk of Cupid in the Bible. Angels are real. Cupid's a load of shite. Made up by the occult. A stop-motion music, create your own. Same. I like music. I went to a bar yesterday to celebrate selling over 1,000 books. I actually write my own books, unlike J.K. Rowling. And I went to this cool little niche bar, and there was a brilliant DJ there. All the songs, there were no lyrics in it. It's just, you could tell he was in the zone with it. I was like, okay, this is nice. This is chilling me out. I like that. I somewhat like electro music, to be fair, and classical music. I don't like music with lyrics anymore. All right. Cheers. Adam, Messi goal versus Real Madrid. He removed shirt and signed him a cross celebration. Messi works for the devil. It's blatant. I've shown it. It's lovely to connect with star seeds here to preserve, protect. I have to say, I love the Queen book. Wait, you love the Queen book or you love the Queen? Nice, Dirk. You love the Queen? Like Queen Elizabeth or the Queen book? Just before I go. Freddie. Freddie Mercury. The guy who died of HIV. H is the 8th letter. I is the 9th. V is the 22nd. 8/9/22 when the Queen died. That Freddie Mercury. Yeah, I love Queen. I really liked Queen, to be fair. I can't listen to Queen now. I can't. Somebody like Freddie Mercury were planting the seeds for the agendas that are going on right now with people's gender and sexuality, and being like, love is love and wearing makeup. But were the music great? Yeah. Do I believe that it was a regular guy from London? I know he's Indian, but London, obviously where the Queen resided. No, Freddie Mercury was a demon, or possessed by a demon. But some of his songs were great. His band members didn't even like him, did they? Said he was pretty much a prick. But he was just so good. Like, nobody could sing like him. So they tolerated him because he was nuts, wasn't he? He was always late. He wanted to be the star all the time. He was a bit of a dick. He wouldn't turn up to interviews. It was that whole diva thing, which is promoted now, and divas do my head in. But the band, yeah, they were. You can still like the music, sure. For me, I can't anymore. I can't listen to Queen anymore. For me, you can listen to them as much as you want. Freddie was a great singer, but a demon. So was it really Freddie who was the singer? I don't think so, to be honest with you. All right, cheers, guys. God bless you all. Take care. Speak to you all soon.